Hello, all my stamping friends. I want to welcome you to Make It Monday, and I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I have a card that I hope is going to be a super quick card. I think they look adorable. They're just beautiful. Here's one that opens sideways, and it's just super simple. And then here's one that opens from the top like that, and it just you get two different directions with our embossing folder, and it seems to be the star of the show here. And so I have a card to put together just like this one, and I have my phone here that's got a timer on it, and I want to time it to see if this is a 5-minute card or not. I don't want to call it 5-minute, but I will say quick and simple and super beautiful at that. It just makes me happy when I see it. And so hang around with me and see if we can get this card done in 5 minutes or less. So I'm going to bring in my phone with that timer thing, the stopwatch, and we'll get started. There we go. So I'm going to leave this card here because that's the one we're going to make. And I've got my pieces here. I have a piece of thick basic white, and it's 11 inches by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 5 1/2. And I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Use my bone folder. I think you could mass produce these if you wanted to. Like if you had several to get done, you needed several birthday. And then I have a piece here of Highland Heather, and it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then we have a piece of just our regular basic white cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to emboss that in just a moment. And then I have a 1-inch piece here. It doesn't matter the length because it's going to be our sentiment piece. Highland Heather ink, Memento Black ink, Versamark ink, Ebony and Wow embossing powder. I'll put this all over here to the side for now. And then we have this Stampin' Cut and Emboss folder. So I'm going to take this piece of white cardstock, put this on the inside, and I'm going to line it up so I make certain that I've got that full large butterfly. Get that lined up, put that together, make my sandwich of 1 embossing folder and a 4. Grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Put that up here. Run this through. So I'm at 2 minutes now. So I don't know if I'll get it done in 5, but we'll see. And I did have one already embossed, but I wanted to see if you could emboss it and everything in that amount of time. Sorry for shaking everything. And we're using the beautiful butterfly stamp set. There's that. So now it's just, let's stamp our sentiment. I'm going to use my embossing buddy. I'm going to be close. I don't think I can make it, but that's okay. I'm going to use the Time to Celebrate. Use the Versamark. Come down here to this one edge, stamp it, bring in my coffee filter here, back on, that's out of the way, my ebony, tap off any excess we don't need. Set this off to the side, get my heat tool, I think the heat tool took the most time. I'm not going to make the 5 minutes, but that's okay. We'll see how much time it does take. I'll go ahead and cut this at an angle. And now we'll put it all together. So I'm going to take and add the embossed to my Highland Heather piece. I'm using liquid glue because of it being a tight adherer, being there's all these little grooves. Put this in here. Line this up. Pretty good. Let's line this up. Just go down the edges. I have to do that all the way because of the fact that it's not the embossed one. Turn this around. Like that. I put my lid on this. It's crooked. All right, so then I have some of this here ribbon. I just want to cut a piece about the length of my sentiment. Like that. And this is the ribbon that is gold, the open weave trim. I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm going to take this piece and I had my tape runner up. Here it is. I moved it off the desk. Okay, we're already at 6 minutes. I know I went over, but that's okay. We'll see how we can do this. So I'm going to add my ribbon just barely off the edge. And then I want to fold it up, make it barely off the edge on the other side so that most of it's in the center, folded up. I put this edge, kind of tucked it and put it down. I'm going to take some dimensionals, put those down like that. Take the back off. Whoops. There. I'll line this up. Going across here. Line that up. Then I'm going to take and I'll trim this along here. A little bit of it to hang out. Finished with that. And then on the inside, we'll take the happy birthday in Memento. Put that down, ink it up, bring this ink to the stamp. Line this up, press it in. And then I want to use the Highland Heather. Like that. Excuse me. I've got a cold or something for a couple days now. I usually get sneezing and coughing. All right, so we're not finished yet. We're almost. I'm going to bring in these Starburst sequins. And my Take Your Pick tool. Grab some of these smaller ones. Let's see. Down here. Up here. Over here. I'm going to add a little color to it. Put one there. And how about one there? Like that. And then I have some shimmer here. And I have Winka Stella in my tube here. I just dropped some drops in it, filled it up with alcohol the rest of the way. And then put this down. I'm going to spritz. And that will be our card. And that is from start to finish. I added a couple extra embellishments. And so here's the one from before. Here's the one I just did. And as this dries, whoops, it's actually a little crooked. I can straighten that up any. There, much better. And as that dries, it'll lighten that up, the Highland Heather. Here's the inside. And there's the inside of that one. So I did feel like I was rushing through that. I usually take my time and, you know, everything like that, but I'm always looking for a quick card that was under 10 minutes. And so I have right here 9 minutes and 33 seconds. And so it was under 10 minutes. I wanted it to be about 5, but I did take the time to emboss just so it could be an accurate time, other than I didn't cut the cardstock on camera, but had I done that, it probably would have been over 10 minutes. So anyway, the card base is just something that I already had cut. When I cut one, I always cut 2. And then that way I always have extra for whenever I'm going to create a card later. And so I had that, and then I did have to cut my layer. And like I said, here is one that goes in horizontal. And I did it in white embossing powder there. But yeah, I think it's an adorable card, and it's got, I don't know if you could see the shimmer on camera or not. Let me see if I can get close enough. Here, let's see if I can turn that light off. Sometimes when there's not as much light, there, now you can see. I hold it just right. It has like little diamonds on it all over it. And you can really see it on the darker here. And so I think it turned out beautiful. I hope you like it as much as I do. And you will give this really quick card a try. You could use any type of embossing folder, but I just like this great big huge butterfly in the center of this and all these little ones around it. So you could use the waves, you could use, I know we had some at one time that were seashells, trees. This would be a really fast card to do Christmas cards with. And I can't even think of all of the different ones that we do. Oh, the hibiscus one that we have now. And this is a hybrid embossing folder. It comes with a set of dies, but unfortunately I have lost my dies. But anyway, it's a nice standalone embossing folder, and it's one of the 3D ones. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that this Make It Monday has been inspiring to you to create something today. And until next time, happy stamping. Bye-bye.